This is the Roots and Culture podcast, where we explore music, dance, and identity across borders. In this episode, we explore dancehall culture in India, the Dances Edition. We unpack questions about how a movement born in Jamaica has found resonance thousands of miles away. This is a story about movement in every sense of the word.
Hi, I am Garima, aka Lady Lolita, and I'm a originally a Delhi-based dancer, fitness coach, animal flow coach. But currently, I've been living in Goa, and I represent Irie dance crew. Yeah.
Hi, I am Arpita, but I love being called Dweety, and I'm from Assam. I've been a dancer all my life, but I've also done a lot of work in the non-profit sector and in politics. And right now, I'm a dancer, choreographer, dance coach, and I teach and I represent Idol Dance Group as well.
Jamaica has roughly 3 million people. India has roughly 1.4 billion people. How did dancehall get here?
Wow. Like, I mean, if you go through music, there have been already like artists like Raghav, Apache Indian, who've represented, who got the flavor of dancehall in India before, even we were born also. For me personally, I come from a academics background, and I've been an explorer. I've always loved exploring, and cultures and people and what makes them has always been something, in my mind. Like it's always been a curious thing for me. So when I was studying in London, and I've always been dancing. I'm a dancer since a child, and I wanted to try something different, and dancehall was kind of growing at the time, so I just ended up going for a class, and more than dancing, it got me that same community aspect. And for me, I wanted people to feel a similar thing because it's so similar in everything. And I guess a bunch of dancers who were already doing that before me, I guess for them also, they just felt they belonged there. So, but everybody who got into dancehall or music like that, I think there's some common aspect of going out of your own country, being in a different community, trying to find something that kind of brings you, makes you feel homely, and then bring that aspect, here.
That's a good point
So,
because
yeah,
India seems to be very ethnocentric.
yeah,
Hmm.
You guys don't really look outside of your culture
yeah,
that much.
yeah,
And dancehall, on top of that, is contrary to Indian culture.
yeah,
You guys seem to be, especially with females, more conservative, more modest.
yeah,
And dancehall is the total opposite.
yeah. It's out there.
What do you think? How do you reconcile your own culture with
You wanna go for it?
Yeah, I think that as women, there are different sides to us. And no matter what culture you come from, no matter what background, ethnicity you come from, there are certain experiences that are always common as a woman. And what I have understood from being in the dancehall space as a woman is that there's something for everyone. Like there could be someone who would want to be very bold with their expression, with their femininity, with their movements, and there could also be someone who would like to be more, I'd say, more poised, more conservative, but in their own way. And dancehall as a style, I think it has space for everyone, every kind of woman. So despite of the common notion, okay, this is too out there, I think there is that
Yeah.
common
But
relatability
if I'll
everywhere.
just add to this that if I feel like about the slackness, like on a very personal note, I actually initially loved the slackness. I feel now they've taken it too far, if I be very honest, and I'll say it openly also without any disrespect. I love this culture, and I do believe I'm an outsider, even if I'm in the culture. But I still feel, like because our culture gave was a bit conservative on how we can dress up and stuff like that, and things have changed here for sure. But still, that slackness kind of brought that different side, which every woman has. It's not a different culture. Every woman wants to embrace their body, how they look, how they are. In India, it's more about thin, petite, fair looking women, it's like a basic, like if you go for like say a marriage or something like that, these are some
There's a
taboo
standard,
features, like
like,
that you need this.
hmm.
But in Jamaica,
Feels very liberating
it's
to you.
yeah,
Definitely. And we've
and
seen that growth
yeah,
whenever
and
people
through
come.
this is it's just openness. You get become open-minded that okay, this can be done without doing that. You can be this, you can be an office person, but you can also be very
Have this sort
sexy
of
and
an
like
identity.
yeah,
Yeah,
it doesn't have to be either of
You
the
can take
ones.
on multiple
So
personalities
yeah,
definitely. That's
exactly.
and still keep your core,
And
core
yeah,
values.
I think that's how we feel. Many people who meet us, we're just talking about this, that they feel that we dance a certain way, so we'll be a certain way. But I am completely opposite. I don't smoke up. I hardly drink. And I'm a shy person in reality and a clumsy person. But in a dance hall, I'm Lady Lolita, which is completely different
Your
and
alter
similar.
ego.
Exactly,
that's what.
somewhere.
Like that's what I
Yeah.
feel like. This culture in general has a little bit of everything for everyone. I
Yeah.
don't think I can categorize myself as a certain kind of a woman or a person. I have
Yeah.
multiple identities when it comes to
Exactly.
work, when it's personality, when it's music, when it's dance. There are different sides to me depending on how I feel.
Yeah.
And this dance style music, it allows me to embrace all of them in at different
Yeah.
points of my life.
And especially like dancehall queen or like as a woman in dancehall, let's just embrace the sexiness, which can be like very difficult for people to see. Like okay, like they can be a little intimidated by that. But
Yeah.
this is what allows us, different things brings out different sides to you.
Hmm.
This is what like got out of our shell, made us uncomfortable, but at the same time very comfortable with whom we are, and just embrace that.
How do you find the language barrier?
Actually, for us, because we come from an English-speaking country, that it's not that bad, because like patwa, yeah, there are some words, of course, but it's broken English, right? At the same time, so it's not too bad. I feel it's not too bad for us, but because I feel many people can't even speak English, and they still can speak
Hmm.
patwa, but there is
Yeah.
some relation.
The Japanese. I met Japanese that can't
Yeah.
It's
speak
so
English,
famous, yeah.
Yeah.
but they can speak fluent
Patwa,
patois.
exactly, yeah.
How do you incorporate soca music into your routines and stuff? Is it
Um,
as popular along with dancehall here?
Not as popular, I would say. Um, I think we are the only crew who are still actively like really pushing
Doing
soca
sofa,
music
yeah.
also. For me personally, I feel soca connects more to people here because of course, the history is like there are so many Indians there, and even in the songs you can identify the sounds also. But because the music is more English and easy to understand, I think it relates more. And it's happy music, it's carnival music. So I think like even if nobody is understanding, it just gets that energy. So yeah, that piece. But for us, I think that's where we started like in terms of movement.
Initially, you gravitated towards the beat
Yeah, it was more
until
about hyping the crowd and like another entertainment thing in the parties and stuff. But as dancers, where we're looking at training, we started working on the waistline techniques more, and like for women, in terms of movement, hips are, you store so many things, so it just loosens up and just makes you feel so good. And I've noticed that, like, like with my mom. When I was little, my mom is a dancer, but she could never take it professionally. But she would be cleaning and whining and dancing. But she didn't know she's whining because in India, thumkas is our Bollywood way of moving our waistline, right? So it's inbuilt. If somebody tells me we don't want to move our waistline, I can't buy it. Everybody wants to move their waistline. It's so natural.
Yeah.
And especially for women. So I saw that, and now when I look back in hindsight, it makes sense. I've always seen this. I've always seen this kind of dancing, but coming from a different perspective, I would say. So
and since dancehall is a subculture in this country, very niche. What do your parents think?
I think initially they were a bit, uh, they couldn't understand the music so much and the movement so much, for me at least. But now that they spend a lot, like I'm very close to my family and friends, and the more time they spend with me, they pick up on the songs, they enjoy the songs, they love the movements, and yeah, now they definitely enjoy it, accept it. Like my sister, she came for our workshop in Goa Sunsplash, and she was actually quite unwell when she came, and she was like, how am I going to get through the
Yeah.
day? But she did the workshop and she was pumped and she was set for the entire day, you know.
Yeah.
So I think they're taking it well now. Of course, there's the other side where it gets a little too extreme, but I mean, it's entertainment at the end of the day. So,
I think like my I'm very surprised by my dad, but he is actually very proud of me when he sees that. Because of course I did my masters and I was in a academic job and I left everything. But he was the one who pushed me, and I think he has no opinion for this. You know, like even when I was going to Jamaica, he just told me don't do drugs. That's it. You know, like don't do drugs, don't bring drugs, nothing.
Make me proud.
Yeah, he's happy if I'm happy, and as long as this gives me a purpose and something like he goes to office and he says, okay, my daughter is into this Jamaican culture, dancehall, and he's come for the events also. And okay, maybe I won't let him see too much of us whining and stuff because I think it can be, a little. But he sees my videos on the gram and he's fine with it. And I think that's the biggest support right now. I know if I would be in trouble, I can always go to them and they'll be there for me.
I
So,
feel like the music and the dance is just so entertaining and so catchy that even
yeah.
if my friends, they're really into a different kind of music altogether, they listen to, I don't know, alternate rock, all of that kind of heavy music. And if I just start playing songs which are dancehall, soca, any kind of Afro-Caribbean song, they'll start,
There's this
grooving.
energy,
There's that
yeah,
energy.
for sure. I feel like, this, even if you don't understand it, there's this energy these cultures carry, which is
And the
infectious, I feel,
catchiness of this music is something that I've always noticed in my family also. If they hear a song, a video that I've posted on a dancehall song, I'll hear them, just humming it, if not the
Yeah.
right lyrics, just
Yeah.
humming it and, and then I'm like, that is a dancehall
Yeah.
song. You're finally.
Is the popularity of dancehall localized? Like, is it only pockets in India? Say Goa only, Delhi only, or
No,
is it
there
spread?
are, I think it's all around. Um, but it's still small, definitely, because India is also big. But yeah, you go to South, there's there's a different crew in South. There are a couple of crews actually in South. There are a couple of crews.
Kerala or Chennai or
Chennai, Bangalore, Frontal, they were also there at Sunsplash. They are there and a bunch of other dancers, who are, to name a few, Sharon and some dancers from BFAB also, I think,
any
There
others in
are,
the Northeast?
Northeast, I mean, like, when I started doing it, I was one of the first to start it in Northeast area. But now there are a lot of dancers coming up, who do these events, who come for the workshops and, take classes themselves, promoting the culture.
in some way, yeah. There are
In
many
some way or the
actually. I would
other.
say there are still many. It's just, obviously, it's again like a different culture. And when you're in general, it's small and the opportunities are lesser. Like most of the time, we are the ones creating opportunities for ourselves.
Yeah.
So in that way, the opportunity
More
to come
organic?
to it's more
How
organic.
you
Yeah,
built?
yeah. So to come together also, like Goa Sunsplash is great. Like everybody came together. Then like at our event also, there's people are coming together. But then there are other parties and other things. So there are different events, but there are ways and there is enough. Like
But
when
there's
you
definitely good representation from across the
yeah,
country
yeah,
for
there are
sure.
definitely. And like knowing it,
Oh, I'm
like there
super
is there,
curious. How
yeah.
did you hear dancehall in Assam?
Um,
YouTube or
no, I'll tell you how it started for me. I have been a dancer all my life, and I'm trained in Indian classical dances. So I'm trained in Bharatanatyam and Kshatriya. Kshatriya is from Assam. It's an Indian classical dance style. And I've always done Bollywood and different sorts of classes, but I've never really connected to a particular dance style. Then I came to Delhi for my college, and a couple of dancers, teachers were already doing a little bit of dancehall there. This is back in 2017, 16, and I really instantly connected to the dance because of how fun and groovy it was. But more so than that, I connected to the history bit of it. Like I really loved reading about how the music evolution has happened, the history of colonialism, similarly how we've experienced it in India and then in Jamaica. So I found that really relatable, like the class divide, all of that. So I connected to the history bit of it and I became a complete geek and I started researching on it. And slowly, when I started getting understanding rhythms better and things better, I realized that, oh, a Raghav song which was using a bam bam rhythm back when I was like, I don't know, 6, 7 years old, was playing in my sister's and my dad's and my mom's playlist already.
You know the
I just
original
didn't know.
source.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
just
so
didn't know that it was
that's what I'm saying,
dancehall.
like we are actually we are the later people. It's already been here,
Hmm.
like yeah, in terms of dancers also there've been other dancers before us. Right now we are the ones who are just actively doing it. So we don't consider ourselves the starter. Definitely I'm one of the first generation dancers here, but still we're not the starter of this thing. It goes way back, way before we were born also. I think
Irie
it's
Dance
been
Crew started in what year?
Ivy Dance Crew officially came together in 2019, yeah. Yeah, 2019.
And you've hosted your own events. You have promoted.
Yeah.
You've brought in dancers from Jamaica as
Yeah, we
well.
do our event called is the dancehall thing. I want to say every year, but something or the other thing happens like whenever we are planning a next edition. But yeah, we try to do it. We just hosted our fourth edition, where we got two Jamaicans and one Swedish dancehall teacher. And we did it in Delhi, and we did a little small event here in Goa as well. Yeah,
Have you been to Jamaica?
I have been to Jamaica.
How did you find it? What was your perception?
Oh my
Were
God.
you blown away by how much? Were you consumed by the dancehall culture there? Since
Um,
that's the
Yeah,
birthplace of it.
I was definitely like, firstly it felt like, am I here? Like, because it was like, okay, you read so much, you've seen so much, and you know this, but at the same time, I feel you know nothing,
It also took you
It's
2 days
like,
to get there.
oh yeah, yeah. It was a long flight and very surprised, like very funnily, my person sitting next to me was also Jamaican, but she had never been to Jamaica. She was going to Jamaica for the first time, and I knew so much about Jamaica than her, you know. But it was like it was a great experience in every possible way. I loved everything because it's so organic, and I go from a very judgment-free space because I feel like what I love about dancehall is it's real. And like if there is bad, there is good, and they represent everything. And I feel there's nothing wrong or good. It's just about your values and what you like. And you have to seek that. You don't have to take everything. We don't promote everything about the culture. We take what we connect with and we push that. And that also keeps changing couple of years, as we change, as we evolve, as we grow, and there's something for everybody. And yeah, I get it, like it can be very raw, but if you go
And
from an
raunchy.
open mind, yeah, you know then it's a great, what they are creating is beautiful. Like, it brings people together, every kind of person, and even the culture. And I met a couple of Indians there who were staying, and I was like, why are you staying here, why are you living here? And they were like, this is paradise, why would you want to leave paradise? And I was like, damn, that hit me, like, you're right.
And what
So
did you
yeah.
take back from your trip from Jamaica to impart in India?
um,
What experiences did you go through in Jamaica?
I started thinking beyond dancing for sure. Because being a dancer, we get very caught up with training. We caught up with you have to do this in a certain way, and you become very strict. But when you look at dance hall, it did not start in a strict manner. The fact is, it started like a block party, right? It was that, and it's like it built over time, right? So when I came back and I started like teaching and everything, I started thinking beyond just dancing.
Dancing.
So more events, more jams, more bringing people together, and also in terms of teaching, not be like, okay, this is the creator, this is what dance is. Give them something first they can relate to. Let them find themselves in this culture, and then when they're in it, then go, like bang on,
Because
like
it's an entire ecosystem, right?
yeah.
Dancehall is. There's fashion.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Fashion is.
Yeah, there's so much. There's food, there's music. So, like, we started integrating those things, even in our classes. And especially after Jamaica, I must say, I teach women mostly now. Have not taken a class which has had men in a long, like, apart from festivals, I don't do that. So one change was that I started teaching women more. Um,
What's the age group of range of the
but
your classes?
my oldest student right now is a 55-year-old, and my youngest has been 8 to 10 years old also. But not in the same class, but has been in this time. For you?
Yeah, similar. I've had
Yeah.
even younger. I had probably like 5, 6 year old also in my classes. There are a lot of young people in Assam, Northeast who come for my classes, and
Mm.
oldest would definitely be like mid 40s. And circling back to the Jamaica question, I have not been to Jamaica, but I should be there in 2 months. And this, like all the
Hopefully, don't
insights,
jinx it.
I won't. Yeah, I won't. No, it'll happen for sure. There's no jinxing when you want something. When something is in your dream, I'm definitely going to make it happen. But this conversation is definitely getting me excited about the food and the takeaways,
Yeah.
And
music,
how
dance,
much bigger
everything.
do you think dancehall can get in India?
Dancehall in India is.
How much bigger you think it can get?
It can get really big,
Really big,
and
yeah.
it was peaking, like I still feel like it is still pretty big enough, but like it keeps changing. People keep evolving, so there's some other people coming in, like I said, there were dancers before us who were doing it as well. Now they're in a different space of life. And I remember even in Jamaica, the dancers I started following, they're not even dancing anymore. They're either doing something else. So I think it can get bigger for sure, but it may not be the same people. Maybe you're talking to us right now, and maybe in 5 years you'll see somebody else doing it. But our goal as a crew is actually
Yeah.
that this stays even if we don't stay. So what we've built here, we just want it continues, and this is just one of our contributions. But I think there's a lot of scope. There's so much similarity, and I think people are always looking to come out of their space and to get into a new space because it's inspiring, right? Like it inspires you, it opens you up, it gives you, like for me, I think it really made me realize that you're nothing. You're like this one tiny ant in this entire world, and there's so much to see, so much to learn, and you know nothing. And that I feel every time, whenever I visit any place. It's like that. And then I make sure when I'm traveling different places, also different countries, I try to get into their dancehall scene also. And it's so interesting to me that every person has such a different way to connect to this culture because they come from their own sort of, thought process and sort of their own ethos. And ethos of like our ethos of Hindu culture, Ayurveda and yoga and spirituality, it's very much in us, it's in the air. Even in Goa, it's in the air. And I think the ethos are very similar to what dancehall, reggae, this,
Reggae especially,
yeah,
culturally,
yeah.
health, living healthy,
Living healthy, eating good, eating
being
organic.
spiritual.
Yeah, it's very much a part of our, we've always been, like, in that same kind of environment. So I think it's very much in the music and even in our, like, if you go to, like, we have Mata Ki Chauki and Jagrans, and I was seeing that dancehall parties sometimes seem like that, because it's like, you're like in that circle and, there's this energy and there's this vibration. It's so much
I think it's
similar.
just the community aspect of it. For me
Yeah.
also personally, I feel like learning this style, being a part of this culture has given me a beautiful community. And I think, of course, it has a lot of potential to become bigger and bigger. But right now, also the community that exists, it's wonderful. And
Yeah.
everybody who's part of it, I'm sure they feel like
Yeah.
they feel already so good and great about
Exactly,
it.
and I'm sure we might not even know many people who
Yeah,
are doing it.
yeah, yeah,
They
yeah.
must be hidden in their corners, because it's not a popular music, right? Like something that's popping, and especially in today's world where Instagram has taken over. This is what I love about this is still a very in-person thing.
Yeah.
It's not, if you see videos, it can be very easy and be like, what are they doing? We don't understand. But it's only when you're present in the space is when you understand.
Truly
Oh,
get to
You're saying
feel it.
YouTube isn't enough.
oh, for sure.
Definitely not.
Anything. No ways. I mean, you can read, watch, as much, but you need to be present there and you need to be a part of it. And it's not something, oh, you can show off that, I learned this move. And it's not yours. It's somebody else's actually. And
True essence only
yeah,
comes
you
out
need
when
to
you're
be
in that
it,
space, and
then
with each other.
you take and make something
Yeah,
out of it,
yeah. Definitely.
So, yeah, I'm sure there must be many people who are missing.
I see the
And
happiness on your face.
yeah,
I feel as if you're so liberated.
yeah.
I keep telling people that all throughout my life, I've always been very confused. I've been a dancer, but which style? What style? Do I associate myself with a style? And then I
Yeah.
found dancehall and I'm now married to it, is how I feel like,
Yeah,
now because It
Yeah, it's
changes
part of
everything.
us,
Yeah.
like,
Beyond the dancing
yeah.
bit also. It's part of our everyday lives now.
And you're right. I like at least I think I've seen you all like I've known her for a while now. I've seen her also like grow, and I've got the opportunity to see many people like become the women they've become.
Women empowering women.
Yeah, for sure. And for me also, like I was not like this. A lot of people can't recognize me because I was so, and I still like that. Like I said, Garima is a.
Introverted. Were you introverted?
I was never an introvert, but I was a shy, not thought like, okay, I'm this beautiful, like strong woman. Like never thought, like never even occurred, or never. And I was a big time tomboy. Like if somebody would say, oh, you're such a girl, I'd be like, that's an insult. How can you call me a
But
girly
like,
girl?
okay, what are you talking about?
Yeah, but yeah, this kind of like, yeah, I love being a woman, and I would choose to be a woman in every life, like, and also the connections with different women that
Yeah.
has come through
It's
this.
the little moments, in
Yeah.
between events or classes when one of our students or anybody would come and say, you made us listen to this, you taught us this, and I'm resonating. It really like,
And it
makes me
changes
feel
you
so good.
beyond.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
beyond. Like, it's not never about the class. It's always you learn something, and somehow it's going beyond class or beyond the party or beyond the festival. It's a way of life for
Yeah.
sure.
Which
Like,
Jamaican dancers inspired you?
oh my God, so
So
many.
many.
For me, if I have to name one in particular, oh damn. Shit, I started this, but now I'm thinking of a Jamaican dancer.
Inspired
You
us in
don't
the
have to be
beginning or
biased.
right
Yeah,
now?
it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Anybody that inspired you or is inspiring you.
I think I must say currently I'm seeing it in a very present way. It's Happy Feet, one of the dancers. Um, I just love her energy, and she's such a big dancer, but I feel she's so humble at the same time, and so like brings like so much inclusivity, and like even like I like the fact that, and I'm saying it in a very class way, that even in a class, if she will not give the opportunity to the ones who are looking good, but she will give the opportunity to the ones who are a little shy and not want to like get out. They'll be like, no, we'll do it together. And it's so amazing to see that when they started the class, they're like this timid person, standing at the back, and suddenly by the end of the class, they're just
Yeah.
dancing and open in that circle and just performing. So you see, like in that 40 minutes, how things change, how that person
Confidence level.
changed,
Yeah.
and it's so it goes beyond. Nothing changed in their dancing. The 40 minutes didn't change. It's just what clicked in their mind that gave them confidence to be however they are. So for me, right now, she is one I really look up to.
But
Yeah.
usually,
For me, right now, I think I'm still hungover from our event. It's a dancehall thing, and I really connected with Dancer Bling. And the way he taught, I think his classes were my most
He's an
favorite.
amazing person. Yeah.
He's an amazing person, and even the way he taught, he's like the god of old and mid school, and that's the era that right now I'm really like focusing on. And that really stayed with me, the way he taught, the way he sort of also is as a person. And other than that, I really currently like Inspire. Like, I feel like the way she teaches, I've not taken a class from her offline, like in person, but I keep following her work and how she's approaching it, the way she's trying to, make it accessible to people. She has made this Instagram make group where she keeps on putting out her details about her performances, classes, and sometimes she'll DM, I'm trying to make dance the only thing that I earn my living from. So do support. And I really like how she's sort of so trying to, be out there and promote it and make it accessible to everyone in terms of movement also. If she's doing one move, she'll show it how to do it in a very flowy way, but at the same time also do it in a textured manner. So I like her approach of teaching. These two for me right now would be the two dancers.
and who is your favorite dancehall artist?
Singer, you mean? Like a
DJ.
DJ. Jamaican.
Yeah, Jamaican. Favorite dancehall artist. You can call
Um,
multiple names. Don't.
so many.
All right, who makes the best dancehall songs for females?
I think Conscience is definitely in my number one. Vibes Cartel also, like, I mean, he's still doing so good. He's killing it. These two, I think I end up just looking if they've taken out a song, that we can dance to. Conscience and Vibes Cartel are like top for me, but of course Shensia, Spice, like love their music. Still doing like great work, I feel, yeah.
Same. Vibes, Cartel, Conscience, Idonia. I always same look out for their songs when they take out.
I'm sorry, my favorite actually dancer artist is Popcorn. I know, like, I don't know, even since start when I got so excited, I think I'm still audible, right? Like, Popcorn for me, I really, really like him because he's a dancehall artist, but I love that thinks he talks about everything. He talks about God, he talks about people, he talks about dancehall songs. So, I even if it's dancehall, I think there's so many layers to his music, and I really, really like his music. Yeah.
Hope to see him at Goa Sunsplash.
Why not? There's so many suggestions already. Sure, why not?
For me also Spice. I think her, I've also like, I keep reading her Instagram posts and stories, and when she posts about her struggle from where she started to where she now, I feel really, really inspired.
She's been around.
Yes.
Legend.
Legend for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah. There's so many.
The fashion also.
Yeah,
Love it.
So again, dancehall's ecosystem includes fashion.
Yeah.
It's very
definitely.
fashion forward.
It started off with fashion.
With fashion, exactly.
Yeah.
And you see yourself dressed in the same way in any particular way.
Initially, definitely, I would say, like for me personally, because when I was getting into it, yeah, it was more about exactly trying to be like them. But obviously, with time, you cannot be like them. You're not. I'm an Indian dancer doing this. So then I feel it took some time to kind of understand who you are in this, and it keeps changing also. Like I would get these box braids done earlier and, like that. But now I don't do that. I try to like, for me it changed when I went to Jamaica because I went with a bunch of Europeans and everybody was thinking I'm a European because I have a fair skin, long hair, brown hair. That time I had red hair actually. And it used to annoy me. And then I'll speak and they'll be able to hear it in my accent that I'm not a European. So
This
then
was
they'll
in
ask. This was in 2023. I went, I think.
Spain.
No, in Jamaica. only.
Jamaica. Okay.
And that's when I realized like my hair, was one of the very Indian features and my accent and everything. And that's when I realized that why am I trying to be somebody else? I can still love this, but I have to bring my own flavor and element into it. And not that we are saying that, okay, we are wearing suits and saris all the time, but whatever feels good at the moment, like if you want to like Indian accessorize it or dress it up with dupatta or be like, no, full on dancehall, like, needs to be like, the stockings and boots and stuff, sure, or mix it up, sure, like, so whatever is more us, I think, at the time, I
I
feel.
feel like for fashion wise, whenever there's a dancehall event, reggae event, for me in my head it's like, oh, today I will wear and dress up like how I would normally wouldn't. The outfit.
That's one
That
thing
one
for sure.
outfit that's in my cupboard that I wouldn't wear anywhere
at all.
else.
You can
This
wear
is my
that.
chance
That's
to
for
wear
sure.
it. This is my chance
And being
to put
bold.
put on like a full face makeup, wear colors on my face.
Yeah.
And this is what I tell people also who are not into this culture but are attending it, let's say, because of me, because I'm there as a performer or whatever. I tell them, wear that outfit that you have always bought but never like worn it because you never got the
Because
chance
it gives
to.
you the space, right? So you're not judged to look
You're
like
not judged, yes.
Bulky, you'll still be looking like, okay, you're underdressed sometimes, like, so I think that's a very good point that, yeah, you get to be the one outfit you won't wear anywhere, you can wear it in a dance song.
Yeah.
And you can also wear something, if you want to be in pajamas, I think that will also be great. Like, you'll be appreciated.
Yeah.
So it's actually just who you are as a person,
And
So, yeah.
Jamaicans can be very direct and come across as offensive.
Yes.
So I'm pretty sure when you're in Jamaica, you got a nickname. Did they call you Hindu?
Not Hindu. One of the dancers we invited, he was calling me Lady Lol. I have not gotten that kind of nickname, but oh my god, in Ocho Rios, like we were walking down the street and we had a British Jamaican friend with me. And me being an Indian, because here also some people would pass on comments and stuff. You're walking, somebody's passing on comments in India, you're ignoring. But she she would reply back, like, what are you saying?
And
She was from UK, but she is a Jamaican.
Okay.
So I could see the difference. Like us Indians, we're just so like, no talking. Something would
Just
happen. This,
walk
this,
past
this.
it, ignore.
And Jamaicans, they're direct. They won't, like, in general, they won't do anything. They just want to talk and say, and
It's very verbal.
it's it's a verbal
Very
thing.
verbal,
And
yeah.
in Ocho Rios, it was more than Kingston, I must say. It was like too much,
Tourist town, so they're used to seeing
Definitely in
tourists.
tourist towns. But yeah, like it was like the way I would react was very different from how my Jamaican friend was reacting. So I realized how she's also so verbal. So it's like like how, yeah, just how where I
You
come
think,
from.
oh my gosh, I've never got this much attention in my life.
You get a lot of validation when you're in Jamaica, or when you're around Jamaican men. I feel they can
True.
really validate you, and thank you.
Yeah, you get
Sometimes
that high.
need
You
that,
feel like,
so,
yeah.
yeah,
Sometimes you need
yeah.
that.
I think I like that.
Even if you just woke up and you walk outside,
Yeah.
a Jamaican guy passes. You're the most beautiful woman I've ever seen.
I love it.
Yeah,
I love the love they have. I love that. That's what I'm saying.
Definitely
like,
very validating.
I love it. Like sometimes some my friends would come, or like a student would come. You're feeling this way and everything. I would just say, just listen to a dance song, love song, or just go to Jamaica, or just be around some Jamaican, and you'll feel the validation. That's all. Sometimes that's
True.
all you need.
That's actually so true.
Yeah,
And 15 minutes after they say hi to you, you start calling your wives. They want to marry you.
Marry you, be in your country, and like yeah,
Yeah,
it goes. Yeah,
Escalates too
that's
quickly.
something. Then you leave that. Like you know where to leave also.
Very smart.
Yeah.
Very smart. At least you know.
Yeah, very, very aware.
Well, ladies, thank you.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. Thank you for
Thank
doing
you.
this.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah.